Now, for me, the first thing I think is important to recognize about marketing to shoppers is that this actually is not shopper marketing. Who's in marketing here? Put your hands up if you're in marketing. You're in marketing? Tell me something. Would you say that your job is to produce advertising? No. If somebody said to you that marketers only produce advertising, would you feel a little uncomfortable about it? If marketing was defined by advertising, would that be incorrect or correct? Incorrect, wouldn't it? Because marketing is much more than the delivery of advertising. Yeah? So to call this stuff shopper marketing is also wrong. This is the physical manifestation of strategies to change shopping behavior. But it isn't marketing, it's communication, it's promotion, it's advertising, and therefore there must be a process that happens before that. Now, we define that process in our book, and the way that we define it is very simple. We say that like any other sort of marketing, it is the systematic creation and application of a marketing mix, with the purpose, in this case, of changing shopper behavior. We want to create a marketing mix that influences us when we're shopping to change the way we buy. We also say, and we say this critically, that in order to have any meaning whatsoever, that change in purchase behavior needs to drive consumption. Do you agree? So consumption is essential for brands. The only real measure of brand health is how much is being used. Yeah, I know there are lots of really super metrics around it, but if you can't measure the number of people who are using your brand, the number of times they use your brand, and the volume and value that you accrue from that usage, then you have no measure of your brand health. So anything that we do in retail has to be designed to drive consumption. Let me give you a very, very clear example. I have a bottle of whiskey that is 12 years old. It was 12 years old when it was given to me, so it's now 24 years old. It's probably one of my very few possessions in the consumer goods world that is appreciated in value over 12 years. But answer me this question. Am I likely to buy another bottle of whiskey, do you think? Yes or no? No? Of course not. I'm not going to buy another bottle of whiskey because clearly I don't drink whiskey. Yeah? So just getting that sale has been largely worthless to the whiskey companies. Now, you guys are involved mostly in FMCG, is that correct? Yeah? The whole purpose of the fast-moving consumer goods industry is not to get one sale, but to get multiple sales. So if we're marketing to shoppers, we have to create consumption. It has to be about driving consumption. Which means that any process that you consider, any answer to the question, how do I make shopper marketing work, must start with the idea of consumption. Must start with the idea of consumption. Must start with the consumer.